For the next few days, I'm challenging myself to survive on a deserted beach.
I do not care what I get right now. I just need food for tonight. That is some of the best sashimi that you can get.
With no food, no water, and no shelter.
Here we go.
To see if we can make it out alive.
Straight over.
Like big bloody sea spiders.
I need every type of nutrients that I can get. Let's get her down. But I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning.
And this challenge starts right now.
Welcome back to another solo survival challenge, guys. Right now, I'm deep up in this mangrove system, and what we're doing is we're surviving the next few days with no food, no water, and no shelter. I only got a few resources. You can see I've obviously got this hand spear right here, and I got a few little other items in this backpack. I'm gonna sit down and show you exactly what we're working with, and then we got to start bloody surviving. We got to get food, we got to get water. We might build some type of shelter. This weather's kind of looking a little bit dodgy right now, so let me show you what I got in this backpack. Let's go. Alrighty guys, I've only got a few items. As you can tell, I've got this hand spear right here. Now this is gonna help us to catch food. Essentially, it's just like a little, I guess, pole with a few little spikes on the end of it, and this should hopefully allow us to walk up deep into this mangrove system, and hopefully we can get fish on this or some type of animal. There's crabs out here, there's everything. These mangrove systems are so alive with, I guess, just so many different creatures that we can find for food later on. Now this comes with the hand spear, because if we cannot find anything deep in these mangroves, what I'm thinking is just across there is the ocean. These mangroves lead out to the ocean, and we can hopefully use this mask to go hunt maybe something if we can't find anything in these mangroves. So this right here, this is gonna come in very handy if we can't get any food. Next, we've got a jumper, guys. This weather right now, as you can tell, it is looking pretty dodgy. So I do not know what's gonna happen over the next night or two. So what I'm gonna do is I've got this jumper. It's gonna at least keep me warm. It's gonna keep those sand flies off me, all the mosquitoes and everything. Also, we've got a drone right here. That's not really gonna help. We got GoPro, we got batteries, and then we got one final item, which is this bad boy right here. And this is a steel and flint. Now this is gonna allow us to hopefully make fire that we can convert, I guess, this salt water into fresh drinkable water. It's also gonna keep us warm throughout the night, and hopefully if we can get some fish or crab or something like that, we can cook it up with this bad boy. Now that right there, that is everything. Look. There's nothing left in the backpack. Now you guys know I'm not cheating. Now what we got is an incoming tide, and as that tide flows in, all the animals are gonna come with it, and that's gonna give us a great opportunity to hopefully hunt some food that we can cook up a little bit later on. But let's start exploring this coastline and see if there's any vital resources that we can use. The challenge has been set. What we're gonna start doing is exploring along this coastline and see if there's any type of resources that we can use that's gonna allow us to hopefully make some drinkable water, you know, cook up some food. Maybe we can find something that's gonna allow us to hopefully build a shelter. But these mangrove systems, they offer a lot of life. So fingers crossed we can find some type of food or something. But man, this is gonna be one wild challenge. I do not know what we're gonna eat, and I don't know where we're gonna sleep. But let's start exploring, eh? I think we found our first resource right here. This looks like an old bottle. Oh, look how disgusting that is. What's inside of that? This right here, this bottle, we can use this to hopefully convert some of that salt water into fresh drinkable water. So what I'll do is I'll put this in the backpack. This thing's gonna come in very, very handy, but we're gonna have to give her a big old blowout because she's gonna be carrying a few diseases, that's for sure. So let's keep exploring. Man, check out the terrain through here right now. We've just got these mangroves right here, and then just behind it, there's like a little bit of like sand flats, and from there, hopefully we can find a stingray, a fish, a mud crab, something like that we can have for food. Thinking we can get something a little bit bigger later on with this hand spear, but anything that we can forage with our bare hands, that's gonna come in handy for sure. Oh my goodness, these are all soldier crabs. Do you see them moving across this bank? Look at them right here. They're just like big bloody sea spiders. Do you see them? Man, let me tell you, they are not good eating, but I need to get food out here, so we need to get nutrients, man. We're out here for the next few days, so let's try find one, eh? Let's find one. Which one is gonna be the unlucky dog that gets swallowed by me? He's just gonna be a lone wolf. I've come away from the... There he is. That's him. That's the one. That's him. All right, you can see, guys, we've got a soldier crab right here. I need every type of nutrients that I can get for the next few days of surviving out here, so I'm sorry, buddy, but you are the first type of nutrients for this challenge. Let's get her down. Whew. Textures like glass. When you bite into them, you just get this sweet pus taste. It's definitely not good, but it's some type of nutrients that's gonna keep us going for the next few days. If you guys have been watching the channel, I promised myself I would never eat a soldier crab again. Ugh. It's still coming back up. I don't know if you guys would expect it, but those soldier crabs, man, they're like super sweet. I want to try get some water that I can wash down that taste with. So what I'm going to try to do is find another bottle that's hopefully washed up along this shoreline. Then we can get a fire going and start converting that salt water into fresh drinkable water. Out here, the sun is the thing that's going to kill you. Hydration is the #1 killer. It's not the bloody animals, it's not anything here in Australia. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, Wade, what if you stand on a snake? What if you stand on a stingray? Man, that's not going to kill me. It's the bloody hydration. So let's see if we can find, oh, that soldier crab still hasn't gone down properly, eh? I've just set up on this beach and take a look at this. This is exactly what we want. I've just found these 2 bottles. You can tell this one right here is absolutely disgusting. This one right here, I don't even know what's inside of it. But what I'm gonna do is just give them a big old flush out. Let's try clean them up a little bit because we're gonna start making some fresh drinkable water out of this salt water. I probably spent about 15 minutes trying to flush these bottles out. This one's got a bit of mold on it, and this one, she's looking pretty clean. So what I want to actually do to convert this into fresh drinkable water is we need to get a fire started to begin with. Once we got the fire going, then I can show you how we do it with these 2 bottles. All these little twigs are absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of this. You can tell this is a dead tree, so all this would just absolutely take off. All right, I want to find some kindling right now, something that's going to be able to take that spark of that knife and flint. So we need to try to find something super light and fibrous. This grass right here is pretty good. You can see that. So I might grab a bit of that. What I'm going to do is just run my hands through this grass really lightly, and everything that's loose and dead is just going to catch onto my fingers. And that right there, that should hopefully take a spark. Let's see if she goes. Here we go, here we go. We got an ember. Here you go, he's gone, she's gone, she's gone. Gonna get some small twigs on it. I don't wanna smother it, I just wanna keep it going. And see, we've just built this fire up. I've just dropped a whole massive bunch of kindling straight on top of it. So she's absolutely flaring up right now. Oh, that's psycho. We're gonna grab these bottles and I'm gonna show you how we convert these into fresh drinkable water. Now the way that we convert this salt water that you can see right behind me into fresh drinkable water is we're gonna grab one of these bottles. Now I'm actually gonna use this longer bottle because you can see it's gonna be able to store a lot more salt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold it underwater and I wanna fill it up halfway so that when I lay it on its side, it's not gonna spill out, but it's just gonna sit there. So you can see now it's kind of stopped running out. It's not running out the side because it's halfway filled. And that right there is the perfect amount of salt water. What we're gonna do is put that bit of water right there, that bottle, over the fire. Now, as the fire heats that up, the steam is gonna pass from this bottle into this bottle, and hopefully that should fill up with some fresh drinkable water that we can hopefully enjoy a little bit later on. I'm gonna put this bottle down, as you can see right there. See that one sitting over the fire? This one, I don't want it to be sitting over the fire. I want it to be just on the edge of it. It's really important that these ends right here are pretty much completely sealed, because if there's a gap in that, all that steam is gonna come out, because otherwise we're not gonna have any drinkable water. All right, we got the fire that's on the cook right now, and we got that water that's cooking away slowly. So fingers crossed that produces some fresh drinkable water for later on. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna start exploring with this hand spear. I do not care what I get right now. I just need food for tonight. See, there's pockets of water. Now, fingers crossed, hopefully a fish or a crab or something like that has gotten stuck in one of these pockets. See that? Fish out there. They're a bit far out for a throw. It looks really good through here. Oh, look at that. You see that? It was a flathead. Oh my goodness, I don't know what just happened. There was a big flathead that just shot off, and I just literally got stage fright and I didn't even take a shot. Oh, I think I was just a little bit too high on him. Yeah, I missed him. This is a good vantage point. See if there's any fish that come by. What's that? It's a leaf. I literally just thought that leaf was a fish. Luckily I didn't throw my spear at it. That would have been so embarrassing. Oh my goodness. Oh, there was a flathead sitting just in here. There's literally a flathead sitting in here. He was sitting right there, just in this mangrove. It's a big flathead. That's incredible. What the hell? It's the best feeling in the world when you're just walking along these banks. You're really hungry and you come across this packet of marshmallows. Exactly what I feel like right now. All right, we'll put this in our back pocket because all this rubbish is just washing up along this shoreline here. But nature's way of tempting me to find food. Let's keep hunting. I don't actually see this too much, but you can see there's oysters that are growing along this tree right here. So I might just crack one of these open and see if we can get some meat out of this. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that oyster right there. That is some vital nutrients that we need, so just gonna grab him. Let's give her a shot. Oyster that's growing off a tree. I've never actually had this before. That's actually really yum. What the hell? I'm not gonna lie, that oyster just completely flushed out that taste of that soldier crab, so at least the flavor in my mouth is not that sweet, disgusting pus anymore. There's all these mangroves right here, and as the tide flows in, all the animals will hide in amongst all these mangroves. Look at this. Do you see this guy? I can so easily take him down. Do you see him? Look at this, the stingray. He's too easy to kill though. Look at him. Stuck in these tide pools right here. He's got nowhere to go. He's literally blocked in from this tide. I don't know if that was a huge mistake, but I just let that baby stingray go. He was stuck in that tide pool right there. He had nowhere to go. And man, sometimes I just get this gut feeling like just don't do it. And that's exactly what I had with that animal. He had a lot more life in him, man. So, don't know if I made a mistake there. I absolutely blew that. That was one of the worst throws I've ever done. Oh, damn it. I'm really struggling to get food through the mangrove system on this hand spear right here. So what I'm gonna do is I've grabbed my mask, I'm gonna make my way out to the ocean, and hopefully from there we can get some food. So let's go. Check this out right here, guys. We managed to get these two beautiful fish. You can see this one right here. This is what we call little silver trevally. These are one of the best fish you can get for sashimi. This is actually not a brim. This is what we call a little tarwine. These are absolutely beautiful eating. So this over the fire should be absolutely perfect. They got a really tough outside skin, so that should hopefully protect it. So this right here, this beautiful fish, this is actually one of the best sashimi you can get in the ocean. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna find exactly where the anal is, right there. I wanna stick my finger straight into it. And I want to run my hand all the way down, just like that. And I want to get all this guts out. Get rid of all of this. We don't want any of the guts. Get rid of these gills. We don't want them. You can see right now, we've pretty much cleaned up this fish. It's got no guts left in it. And what I want to do is I want to actually just get underneath this skin. I'm gonna pull this skin back just off this fish. Should just hopefully come off in one go, just like that. So you can see right now, pretty much what I've done with my bare hands is I've gutted it and I've skinned that fish. That is some of the best sashimi that you can get. So that is some food that we need right now. It's like a big steak of meat. It's actually so good. Besides the bones that are in it. Just smack down that little trevally raw sashimi, baby. I want to throw this over the fire, but I want to also see if we got some water. Let's put that right there. Looks like this bottle's actually cracked in half. Oh, look at that. We got a little bit of water in there. I don't know if you guys can see. That is not much at all. Obviously, that bottle is cracked, so all the evaporation hasn't gone into this, but at least we got a little bit of water. You can see right there. So I'm going to enjoy this right now. It's got a little bit of fresh water in it, so I want to kind of leave it. I want to see if I can find some other ones. That's exactly what we want. All right, so we got 2 bottles right there. Those can go on the fire. That we can create some fresh drinking water with a little bit later on. We're gonna need to flush these bad boys out, but look at this. Look at that. We got a frisbee. Oh, Look at that, we've got a frisbee, keep us entertained. Man, it is crazy the amount of rubbish that washes up on these beaches on these big tides, but some of these resources, I guess we can use them, eh? We may as well use them. I want to keep exploring this, I guess, coastline, see if we can maybe find a better place to set up camp. That spot there was really good, although this tide is incoming for the next 2 to 3 hours. Got a massive tide, you can see it's flowing in very, very quick right now. So we need to make sure that we're not sleeping and then we just start floating away with the tide, because that is not going to be fun. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of just accepted the fact that I'm gonna be sleeping somewhere on an open beach tonight. Probably only got about an hour and a half left to light. So what I wanna do is I wanna get that fish on the cook. I'm not even gonna bother with the shelter. I'm gonna sleep straight underneath the stars on the beach somewhere. You can see all of this right here is completely underwater. And this is what we were hunting just before. This is where we ate the soldier crab, like literally right here. And that tide is only pumping in quicker and quicker. We got to find somewhere that's going to be dry for the night. Right, here looks like probably the best spot, guys. You can see we're really high up. That right there, that is the tide all the way back there. So I'm going to set up camp right here. See this plant right here? You can actually eat this. It's like a type of weed that grows out here. Super salty. It's not really too good, to be honest. I think that one leaf's enough for me. I think I'm gonna stick to the fish. A lot of people just say, Wade, you say everything tastes good. I'll tell you guys if it tastes bad. That right there does not taste very good. That soldier crab tastes like absolute, you know what it tastes like. That fish wasn't too bad. I actually don't mind raw fish, even when I'm eating it straight off the skeleton, just like that. You guys may be able to tell that sun is getting very, very low right now. We're losing light quickly. I want to get that fire going and get that fish straight on, and then I want to get prepped for the night because, yeah, we're going to be sleeping on this bloody beach right here. So let's go up into these bushes up here. We should hopefully be able to find some kindling. I'm just hoping that those bloody dark clouds do not come over tonight because, yeah, I ran the risk of building no shelter, so fingers crossed we're not getting rained on. Just finding heaps of this dead grass up here in these bushes. Right, we'll put that there. So we got kindling right here, we got small sticks and we got some larger sticks right there. So I reckon we spark this bad boy up, let's get her going. All right guys, it's time to spark up this fire. I absolutely love a sunset cook up, so let's get this fire going. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit worried about those clouds, but fingers crossed, it just doesn't rain. We can't really do anything about it. Here we go. There we go. We got it going. Same drill with this fire. I just want to keep building it up, make it quite large because we got to put that fish straight over it. All right, this is what I'm looking for right here. I'm just gonna get 2 long pieces. All right, we'll use this. Strip down all the pieces of leaves and everything. We've got that nice straight piece. That is gonna be the beam of, I guess, our spit roast that the fish is gonna feed up onto. So I put that one to the side. All right, we've got our 2 pieces of wood that create that Y little cross beam. And then we've got our straight piece of wood. What I wanna do is I wanna feed our piece of fish straight onto that and put it straight over this fire. So we'll set that up, feed her in, and then chuck her straight over. We'll get a nice slow cook on it and we can slowly rotate it over this fire. And it should be an absolute beautiful dinner. So let's grab that fish, eh? I'm just gonna give it a bit of a wash. I haven't even gutted it or anything. You don't need to gut it, so I'll just keep feeding it all the way through. Pop it straight out right there. And that right there will sit straight over the fire. You can see what we're working with. We've got our beautiful fish that's been threaded onto this long, straight piece of green wood. I'm gonna grab these pieces and I'm gonna actually just put them just on either side of this fire right here. And then I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna put this straight over, just like that. Now what we can do is if we want to get more of a cook on that fish, we just keep this fire fueled and bring that flame up. But if we want to, I guess, cook it slower, we'll just let the fire burn out a little bit more. So we can actually control how fast this fish cooks right now. I want to get our second round of waters just going on the side so we can have at least some type of water for tomorrow morning. Our bottles are set up right there. You can see that one's already getting hot and you can see the steam building up. Now hopefully all that carries across into this bottle. Geez, this fire's really taken off. Our fish is getting a bit cooked. You can see that water is boiling in that bottle right there. It's passing across into this one. This fish is just slowly cooking away. Looks actually really nice. Take a look at this right now. It is golden hour. We've probably only got about 30 minutes left to light. This is where we were hunting pretty much all of today, exploring all through this coastline. And right now we have water, we have food, shelter. Well, I'm sleeping on the beach. It's some type of shelter, I guess, but this is what I live for. I don't know if you can see this right now, but that beautiful meat is starting to show. So that fish is probably getting just about ready. Okay, I think this fish is just about ready. I'm taking her off. Set her up right here. Oh yeah. That looks incredible. I'm counting this as a huge win right now. We've got this fish. Look at it, it's literally falling apart. Look at that, the meat on that. Are you kidding me? What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna peel this skin back because these fish, they have a very, very tough outside layer of skin, and that should hopefully protect that meat that's on the inside. Look at this, I'm just peeling this skin back. Oh, yeah, that is just cooked. You can see it's just taken that whole, I guess, bit of meat straight off that top loin. I'm gonna enjoy this white meat. Does not get better than that. A hot meal on quite a cold night. That meat, look at this. It's literally just falling off the bone. Now, you know it's a good cook when you can literally grab the tail just like that. And that right there, that's the gut cavity. We don't want any of that. That right there, that's all the guts and I guess the skeleton. That's got nothing on it that we really want. And we're just left with that right there. The beautiful fillet. Look at that. Take a look at this. We've smashed everything. That's just the skin right there. There's nothing to that. Whew, I feel so much better after that. I feel like I've just got a lot more energy right now. And this sun is setting. We're getting ready for a sick night. I'm gonna be sleeping on this beach. I actually don't mind sleeping on the beach. It's not too bad for me. So I'm gonna wash my hands off, get ready for the night ahead. Let's see if we got any. Whew, take a look at that. I'm feeling really, really good after that meal right now. So I'm kind of just sitting back, relaxing. It's golden hour. We got the water behind us. It's actually quite romantic out here. Just me and you guys. This is what I live for. It's my last week in Australia. Next week, we're gonna be in Indonesia, exploring, I don't even know where. We're going to brand new places. I'm so excited. This is the last supper, the last send off. So I'm just trying to enjoy every single moment. We got this fire that's absolutely cooking right now, and we got this water. This should hopefully keep me going into tomorrow morning. We do not have much light left before it goes into night. If anything crazy happens throughout the night, I'll let you guys know, but I'm gonna get ready for the night ahead. This is me for the night. Just got my water. Try not to drink at all, but I'm actually quite thirsty. Got the fire going right there. It's actually quite comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. As long as it doesn't get cold and as long as those midges stay away from me and the mosquitoes, I think we should be all right tonight. I'm a little bit worried about that. I don't know if you guys can see it. We've got a massive dark cloud. Fingers crossed it does not rain because I decided not to build the shelter, guys. Watch it be the one time I don't build the shelter, it starts raining. But anyway, at least we can keep this fire going. If it starts raining, it's got to be a bloody miserable time, but I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. I'm guessing it's probably like 12:01 right now. I'm getting a little bit cold. That wind has picked up, but should only be a few more hours until morning. So I'll see you guys then. Oh my goodness. Good morning. Oh, we got first light right now, guys. It's actually really, really cold right now. I'm so lucky I brought this jumper, but we've done it. We've survived with no food, no water, and no shelter, and limited supplies. If you enjoyed this one, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Much love. Shoo! All right, let's get out of here. Let's go.